So we have been waiting for this one for years, and finally it is almost here. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is launching in August 2025, and it is a full Unreal Engine 5 remake of one of the greatest stealth games ever made. If you're a veteran who played the original back on PlayStation 2, or maybe someone brand new to the series, this is going to be one of the most important stealth releases of the decade. So today, we are breaking down 10 absolutely essential things you need to know before you buy. Release date and platforms. First up, the basics. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater launches worldwide on August 28, 2025. That is less than a week, and Konami has already confirmed it will hit PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. Yes, it is a next-gen only title, so no PS4 or Xbox One versions. PC players should note that unlike consoles, there will not be a physical release. You will be locked to digital copies through Steam. For those picking it up on Sony's hardware, the game is officially PS5 Pro enhanced, which means higher resolution, better performance, and improved graphical fidelity compared to the base PS5. Xbox Series X players should expect parity in visuals and performance. The development story and the Kojima question. One of the biggest questions surrounding this remake has been, is Hideo Kojima involved? The short answer, no. After Kojima's public split with Konami years ago, neither he nor longtime series artist Yoji Shinkawa are working on Delta. Instead, the project is being developed by Konami Digital Entertainment's internal team, with support from Virtuos Studios, who previously co-developed Final Fantasy X2 HD Remaster and Assassin's Creed Liberation Remastered. Konami has emphasized that while it is not Kojima's team, the remake is staying faithful to the original. Even the name Delta carries meaning. As Konami explained, the Delta symbol, G, was chosen because it represents change or difference without altering the structure. That is exactly the philosophy here. Modern visuals and controls, but the same legendary story and gameplay foundation. Gameplay. The core Snake Eater. Experience at its heart, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is still the stealth action game you remember. You will sneak through dense jungles, military outposts, swamps, and caves. The mechanics that made the 2004 original a classic return. Close quarters combat, CQC, for hand-to-hand encounters. Camouflage and face paint systems to blend into the environment. And the iconic hunting and survival system where Snake eats animals and plants to recover stamina. I mean, it's not just nostalgia though. The remake refines the clunky PS2 control scheme, giving smoother aiming, modern camera controls, and better movement responsiveness. Sneaking through tall grass and pulling off stealth takedowns will feel far more natural this time around. Unreal Engine 5. Visuals and audio upgrades. The biggest transformation in Delta comes from its use of Unreal Engine 5. Konami has rebuilt every environment. The jungles look lush with ray-traced lighting, rivers shimmer with realistic reflections, and character models are completely modernized. The cinematic cutscenes, while faithful to the original, now let you zoom in and out dynamically in 4K, adding new layers of immersion. Audio has been overhauled as well with 3D spatial sound, which means hearing enemy footsteps, animals in the wild, or bullets ricocheting will give you directional awareness. It might seem just cosmetic, but these improvements directly feed into the stealth gameplay loop. Pre-orders, editions, and DLC. If you are already sold, here is the breakdown. Standard edition is for $69.99, which launches on August 28th, and the deluxe edition is for $79.99, which grants 2 days early access starting August 26, plus the Sneaking DLC pack. The Sneaking DLC pack includes cosmetic bonuses like the battle dress, crocodile suit, sneaking suit, 2 naked uniforms, a gold skin, and accessories like the Karotan mask, Ko mask, and even different glasses for Snake. They will not change the game's core mechanics, but they are a nice throwback for long-time fans who remember these iconic outfits. Fox Hunt Multiplayer Mode. Konami surprised everyone by revealing an online multiplayer mode for the remake, called Fox Hunt. This is not Metal Gear Online though. The producer Yu Sahara stressed that this is an entirely new mode designed around modern multiplayer trends. Fox Hunt is essentially a stealth-based hide-and-seek game where players camouflage themselves, stalk each other through environments, and try to outwit opponents instead of relying on straight firefights. It is a natural extension of Metal Gear's DNA. Important detail here is that Fox Hunt will not be available at launch. Instead, it is scheduled to roll out in fall 2025 as a post-release update. Special crossover modes, Ape Escape and Bomberman. One of the quirkiest parts of Snake Eater is making a comeback. PS5 players get the return of the hilarious Ape Escape crossover mode, where Snake has to capture cartoon monkeys scattered across levels. It is light-hearted fun that contrasts with the otherwise serious Cold War espionage tone. For Xbox players, Konami is introducing a new Bomberman crossover mode, though details remain scarce. It is expected to mirror the humor and side content value of Ape Escape, tailored for Xbox audiences. PC players have not had their crossover content revealed yet. Konami is keeping that under wraps for now. Story setup and time paradoxes. The remake is a direct retelling of Metal Gear Solid 3's story, which is itself a prequel to the entire saga. You will play as Naked Snake in the 1960s, sent into the Soviet Union to stop a nuclear crisis and confront his mentor, the Boss. Since it is a prequel, the game has fun with the concept of time paradoxes. Do something that breaks the canon, like killing Ocelot when you first meet him, and you will get a special time paradox game over screen, complete with your team scolding you for breaking the timeline. These touches keep the story intact, while letting players experiment with alternate outcomes. Advanced tips and mechanics you should know. This one really stands out from other stealth action games in how it preserves the basics of the 2004 original while modernizing the experience. The camouflage system is central to the gameplay loop, and in Delta, it remains just as important as ever. Players must constantly change outfits and face paint to camouflage into their surroundings, with a percentage displayed on screen. The higher this value, the harder it is for guards to detect you, and reaching above 90% even unlocks a special trophy. This system transforms the environment, forcing players to adapt and plan ahead at every step. Cinematic storytelling has always been a defining feature of Kojima's work, and while Delta respects this, it introduces a practical quality-of-life tweak: the ability to pause cutscenes and lengthy radio conversations. That means players no longer need to choose between sitting through unskippable segments or accidentally skipping critical story beats. Equally important are the radio calls themselves. Calling your support team frequently provides tactical hints. It also adds humor, context, and unexpected lore to the journey. Stealth also depends heavily on equipment management. Silencers are back, but they degrade with use, meaning you need to be strategic. There is no point wasting them in open firefights when their real value is maintaining stealth. To balance this, certain tools can give you an edge if you find them early. The thermal goggles, hidden inside the destroyed base once occupied by Sokolov, allow you to track enemies and bosses more effectively, while a powerful machine gun can be obtained beneath the first bridge, but only during your initial visit. Miss it, and it is gone for good. Cutscenes too have hidden depth. Players can press R1 at specific moments to view alternate perspectives, often revealing key details or humorous Easter eggs. And when it comes to cleaning up after battles, Delta lets you change the body-dragging input from a hold to a press, freeing up camera control for smoother stealth management. Finally, survival remains core to the experience. Hunting and eating animals restores stamina, influences gameplay, and even ties into trophies, with the aptly named Snake Eater reward, waiting for those who embrace the jungle's ecosystem. Together, these mechanics show how Delta is the full survival stealth sandbox reimagined for a modern audience. Why this remake matters in 2025. Finally, let us talk about why Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is such a big deal right now. This is the gateway to the entire Metal Gear saga for a new generation. The original Snake Eater is often called the best game in the franchise, and one of the all-time greats of the PlayStation 2 era. By bringing it to Unreal Engine 5 with modern quality-of-life improvements, Konami is giving players a way to experience it without having to wrestle with clunky 2000s controls or outdated visuals. It is also the first major Metal Gear project since Kojima's departure, which makes it both a test for Konami and a potential relaunch of the franchise's future. If Delta succeeds, it could pave the way for remakes of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, or even brand new entries. So that is everything you need to know about Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater before you buy. From the release date and platforms to Fox Hunt multiplayer, crossover modes, advanced mechanics, and the importance of its story. This remake is shaping up to be the definitive way to experience one of the greatest stealth games ever made. If you are excited to dive back into the jungle this August, let us know in the comments. Do not forget to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more breakdowns like this. And turn on notifications so you do not miss our next video.
But I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to